Sat down with Mikhail Kalugin. He's the head of the economic section for the Russian embassy here in the United States. And I began by asking him if 2015 might in future be seen as the moment that Russia turned definitively to the east.
Of course, it's really obvious for us to be east and west because, yes, our cultural ties and our identity has really European, it's more European than Asian, but at the same time we all know that there are many opportunities for everybody lying in Asia in the 21st century, which could be called as a Asian century, and we want more. And in the 90s we didn't use many of these opportunities and our Asian part of the country was really underdeveloped. So we started investing in it and investing also in our partnerships.
Let's talk about the sanctions a moment. The last time you and I spoke, you said to me, Russia has been here for 1,000 years, we can stand anything. I perhaps should have given you the benefit of the doubt because it appears that the impact of those sanctions isn't as bad as we first thought. The Russian economy is forecast to go into recession this year, but not quite as bad as people thought. Having said all of that, you've talked about Russia diversifying its economy. We have lower consumption. Russians aren't even drinking as much vodka as they used to, and you have a problem with inflation. So your economy isn't really diversifying.
Yeah, we can admit it, that there is work to be done with our economy. We want it more balanced, more diversified, less dependent on oil and gas reserves and especially on oil and gas export from Russia. But at the same time, about the impact of sanctions, we feel it, but it's not the problem number one for us, these sanctions. I can even say that in many ways it's pushing us for doing things by ourselves, for localizing things for what we can't get anymore in the West, for bringing back our manufacturing resources.
Let me ask you specifically about relations with the EU. President Putin made it clear that he may be prepared to allow Greek food imports to resume coming back into Russia should Greece be prepared to accept a pipeline, one of the new pipelines that Russia's planning. Many people would interpret that as a move to try and drive a wedge in the European Union if you are giving preferential treatment to a country like Greece while banning food imports from other EU countries.
Actually, we are now banning food imports from the countries which impose sanctions on us. Which is for us quite understandable why we are doing that. And actually the food ban is the only one ban that we impose on them. I don't see it as like making some preferences, but what I can say that we have more dialogue with some European countries than with others, and it's the European Union's 28 members. So you've got better relations with some countries, worse with others.
Final question about the Eurasian Economic Union.
Yeah.
It's around 4 or 5 months old now. It's been trading as a bloc. There appear to be still some problems. There are suggestions among some member states that they do not want to move towards a single currency, and there still appear to be some tit-for-tat disputes about import duties and so on. It doesn't appear to be completely smooth at the moment.
Yes, there are ups and downs, and it's 4 months, but we are already developing this idea, this whole initiative for 20 years, and we want to make it really all weatherproof. So with Kyrgyzia joining us this May, it will be already 5 countries, and I don't see anything really big for us to have real tensions.